Yes, Python. What's going on, people? Back again. Um, Back on Eastenders, as always, as you know, big fan. Um, okay, the question I think is what's on everybody's mind at the moment is Kat and Alfie. Is it really the end for Kat and Alfie? As you know, if you've been watching the show since like they've had their little breakup, um, Alfie, you can clearly still see that there's still feelings there on Alfie's behalf. I mean, he hasn't acted on anything yet, even though he's had the opportunity to. But you can see there's still feelings there, even if it's just a thing of it was his wife, and they technically had a kid together, even though he wasn't the biological father, but they still kind of have a kid together, and whatnot. So there's still that respect there. But yeah, I'm wondering what people's thoughts are about it. I mean, there was a scene a couple of weeks back where I think he was with Ian in the Vic, and this was when he was with Roxy. So this is when them two were still kind of fresh, and he was kind of like bragging. Well, not so much bragging, but he was kind of saying how he's happy, and how he's got a good woman by his arm, and he feels a lot happier, and he's kind of over Kat and things like that. And then the next thing he goes off by himself, and you can kind of still see that he's still hurting from the whole situation. He hasn't fully got over it. So it's making me think on where they're gonna take it. I mean, the last thing that I've seen, whether it's for you guys as well, but it's that Alfie's told Roxy that he's actually gonna get a divorce from Kat. So obviously this is kind of bringing it all to an end in terms of them two. But obviously the other thing I will say is, even if they do get the divorce, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be over for them. They could still end up getting back together at another point in time. But I'm just intrigued to hear people's thoughts. Do you think that they will get back together? Because I mean, even if you look at it from the realistic point of stance of view, Kat and Alfie together as a couple in terms of actor and actress, they've won awards and stuff for being like one of something like the best couple in terms of soaps. And to be honest, I can kind of understand, because being honest, when you do watch them, they just are really good together. Like it is, for me, watching it now, seeing Alfie with Roxy, it is kind of strange. It's almost like I'm used to seeing them two together, and even though obviously with what Kat's done, it's still kind of weird seeing them not together. It's really strange. And obviously anybody who does get drawn into it is obviously going to feel for Alfie, because he's always been there trying to stay true to Kat. He's always been faithful to her, even though he's actually had the opportunity to betray her after she's already betrayed him. He's always stayed true to her. So obviously you can't help but feel for him with everything that he's gone through. But but with all that being said, I still think, man, like it's really weird not seeing Kat and Alfie together in the show. It is really strange. It's really really strange. But this is what I mean. I don't know. Maybe they've done everything they can do with Kat and Alfie, because I suppose in a sense, really with their roles, it pretty much has been history repeating itself, hasn't it? Because she cheated on him back in the day, and she's cheating on him now. Do you know what I mean? I can't really think much of what more they can do for them in terms of storylines and things like that. So I suppose maybe them two as a couple in the show, maybe they have run their course in terms of what they can really bring to the show, and kind of new storylines, and trying to keep everything interesting. So maybe it is for the best. Maybe it is better that they do break up, and that is the end of them too. But in my opinion, will they actually break up? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Like, I think they'll get the divorce. I do think that will happen. I'm convinced that will happen. But I think what may just, it may even be a thing where, you know, it doesn't happen right now. It may not happen right now. It may happen at another point in time. Like, you know, it could be like months down the line, or it could just be, you know, it could maybe be like Alfie ends up sleeping with Kat again or something like that, and that kind of sparks everything back up. You know, Roxy then may find out, or you know that kind of thing where it, you know, it's like that kind of thing to get the show interest again. So do I think they could get back together? I definitely think it's possible. I'm not going to say that it's not a thing where I can't honestly see that not happening, because I do think they've actually made a real chemistry with the audience in that sense as a couple, and you do just know them as Kat and Alfie, probably because they was running the Vic together as well. So it was like you was always seeing them in that, you know, in that environment and stuff. Because obviously the Vic's like one of the main sets for the show, so they were always around in that sense in terms of filming, etc. So I think maybe that's why as well. But yeah, me personally, I don't think that basically it's completely over. You know, I don't know exactly what may happen. At the moment, I'm quite inclined to think that, like I say, that maybe at some point Alfie may end up sleeping with Kat again, and it may start from there maybe. But, you know, I'm not sure. I do think it is possible though that it could be the end for them. I'm not ruling that out. That is not a possibility, because, as I said, I do think they've done a lot in terms of the show, and I'm not sure what else they can bring. So that's how I feel on it so far. But yeah, guys, you let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think will happen? How do you think this is all going to pan out? Do you think it will just be Roxy and Alfie? You know, who do you think Kat might end up being with from here on? You know, do you think Kat's going to meet someone? Do you think it's going to be someone on the square? You know, tell me your thoughts, and we'll get discussing it. Thanks for watching. As you know, subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more vlogs coming out. There's already a lot of stuff on here as it is, so feel free to just check the channel to see other vlogs that I've done. There's music stuff on here for you to check out, just a little funny clips and comedy stuff that I've put together, just little things. So yeah, just check it out, and hopefully I will see you on the next one. Until next time, people, bye, fun, signing out, peace.